This video is sponsored by Hook Sounds. Browse through their extensive collection of royalty-free music or try out their new AI studio at hooksounds.com. And guys, I will talk about that AI stuff later in the video, but if I were to buy my very first prime lens for my Sony A6000 camera, there are 3 criteria that I would keep in mind to choosing the right lens. Number 1 is the focal length, and I would go anywhere from 23mm to 35mm, not less, not more, somewhere in between. Second thing, the aperture, I would go with f1.4 to f1.8. And lastly, price performance. I don't want to spend crazy amount of money to get the best thing. I also don't want to get the cheapest thing. I want to get the best possible quality for the money. Basically what this channel is about. So the first question is, let's talk about the focal length. There's a lot to unpack, and first thing is, there is nifty 50, the 50mm. Everyone loves it, everyone recommends it. Why don't I recommend it? Well, let me tell you, because the planes are flying ahead of me and there's gonna be a lot of noise, but that's secondary. 50mm on APS-C is about 80mm on the APS-C camera, and I think it's just way too zoomed in. It's perfect for portraits, perfect for some product photography, perhaps maybe some street photography, but a lot of times you'll be out of space. The 16mm, for example, here, this one is Sigma. I think it's a little bit too wide. These are amazing lenses to have later on, but if I have to choose just one lens, I want it to be as versatile as possible. So the main thing that you need to keep in mind is, if you're a beginner, you probably don't really know what your style is gonna be, what you're gonna shoot, what genre you're gonna go in. So anywhere 23 to 35mm is something, a focal length of a 35 to 50mm on the full frame. These are great lenses and they will allow you to be super versatile until you really find that style. And it's perfect for portrait photography, for street photography, product photography. It just can do so much. It is so versatile. And so the second thing, the aperture. Why do I say 1.4 to 1.8? Because first of all, you don't really need anything less than 1.4, like a 1.2 lens. I think it's a little bit of overkill, especially if you're a beginner. So 1.4 is totally perfect. That would be like a f2 almost camera fell. Shit, this is very shady. Okay, now it's stable. Okay, so, and again, I wouldn't go for something more than 1.8 because then rather get a zoom lens than, because that beats the purpose of the prime lens. So, another thing what I need to tell you is about our today's sponsor, Hook Sounds, and their AI studio. First of all, Hook Sounds is a music and sound effect library where they have tons of sounds and musics and sound effects and all the other great stuff. But now they are also added the AI studio, which means that it creates music for you, original music, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. All you have to do is upload your own video and then it generates the music for you. If you like it, you use it. If you don't like it, regenerate it. You can actually try it for free. There's a free trial. Just check the link in the description, hooksounds.com. Sign up for the trial, don't pay anything, try it out, even just to try it out and see how the AI magic works. Mind blown. And finally, there's so many lenses to choose from. I mean, I have a bunch of them. There's like a Viltrox 23mm, there's also from Sigma 23mm f1.4. Then there is from Sony 24mm f1.8 from Zeiss. It's like a super old lens. There's also 30mm Sigma 30mm f1.4, amazing lens. And you also have a 35mm from Sony. I'm pretty sure you wanted to ask, what about this one? Because you've seen it in a lot of my videos. This is a full frame version. There's also a APS-C version, and that has optical steady stabilization. And here's the thing, guys. If you're not gonna shoot videos, then I think the Sigma 30mm is better because that f1.4 gives more shallow depth of field and you don't really need optical steady stabilization because of the faster aperture. And so if you're a video shooter, I think this video is super relevant to you too. If you are gonna shoot a lot of handheld, probably the 35mm video OSS is a really great choice. If not, and we are coming to the kind of the grand reveal, which lens is the one that I like the most. The lens that I like the most is the Sigma 30mm f1.4. Why? Because it's just so small, it's so light. It has f1.4, 30mm, which is that perfect versatile focal length. And on top of that, right now I just checked the price and I couldn't believe it on B&H. It's like $289. I don't know how could it be so cheap, because I've tested that lens. It is super sharp. The autofocus is amazing, and I can't say anything bad about the other lenses. They are also great, but they cost more and perhaps don't perform that well. So guys, if you don't have the prime lens yet, let me know if you're gonna get that Sigma 30mm or any other prime lens. And if you do have some prime lens, let me know which one was your first. My first one was a nifty 50. Would I buy that again? No, I would go with Sigma 30mm f1.4. I think it's clear from this video already. Not sponsored by Sigma, by the way. It's sponsored by Hook Sounds. Check them out, and I see you in the next video. There are gonna be a lot of videos coming out, so stay tuned. Bye bye, guys.